it feels really nice to finally be at the end of the road, so to say. Finally putting all the knowledge to use into the big simulator behind us. So it feels really nice to have accomplished that. Feel very proud of myself, and just can't wait to move on to the next step and fly the big bird. Yeah, as I said, I just can't wait, because for all of us, I would say, for all of us students, it's that the end goal is the big bird, the A220. So probably I just can't wait to get in that and fly commercially finally. Yeah, I remember first day here. I went in, I saw this simulator behind me. I thought, wow, this is the real deal. When I came to do all the documents and stuff, and afterwards the exams, but yeah, it felt a bit overwhelming at the beginning, but as you start to go through it, it gets easier. You understand how to do things. So the first time definitely was very interesting, and it's definitely kept a place in my mind, I would say. Yeah, everything moves quite quickly here. So yeah, graduation was a big part of that. I get some time to celebrate with my loved ones, with family, do a small gathering, just a really nice quality family time. But as you said, it's already on to the next one. So it was just a couple of days in between. We started also the MCC course, which is the multi-crew cooperation course. And that goal is done. Now let's move on to the next one, I would say. What I enjoyed the most throughout this journey is learning to fly. What we are here for. I never thought actually that I would be managing to fly in this short period of time, which is just short of 2 years. The flying part definitely is what I was looking most forward to, and it was the most interesting one, where you actually get to do also your solo flights, where you're flying alone, basically doing flying where you want, and just preparing everything like a normal flight. So definitely the flying phase is worth it. Actually, it was kind of my dream, but I don't know if I would have done it, and it was my fiancée who pushed me to apply for that, and I sort of kept it in my mind throughout all the time, but kind of didn't have the feeling to do it myself, and so she just said, come on, let's do it, you know you want this, so why not try to do that? And so it happened. We were outside of Latvia, and I just applied, and I didn't know what to expect. But afterwards, after the passing of the initial tests, initial applications, it already became more real that you can actually do this. You have the capacity to do this, and so it actually went pretty well for me, and I passed all the stages, which were hard, tough, but worth it to finally finish here. As I mentioned already, they are quite tough. There are many stages of the process. However, you can prepare for all of them. It's not an issue. Where you initially have to, of course, you have to have a foundation of maths and physics, which are the basics for flying. However, you can prepare for that. There are many applications online and many courses you can take which are actually related to the flying, especially for applying for the pilot schools. But there are also the logical tests, the reasoning tests, where you have to think outside the box, which are also available online. So you can prepare for all the stages online, seeking the information in the internet. That's how I did it. I did many tests before coming here, and it took quite a time, but trust me, it is worth it if you're prepared well to come here. I know for some guys it has been a childhood dream, and since they've flown or they've seen the aircraft for the first time, I would say for me, it kind of progressed slowly. I remember my first time flying, and it felt quite of interesting being in the airport, being next to the big airplanes and feeling that you're flying in the air. So since then, I kind of got that feeling inside my gut that yeah, this is interesting. This is something I would like to continue to explore. However, my path is different, and I didn't start studying already after high school. I took a bit different road, and it kind of worked out well for me because at the end of that, I understood that when you step out of your comfort zone, you really understand what you want to do. And in my case, I understood that the only thing I want to do is actually studying and becoming a pilot. So that actually worked quite well for me. Yeah, for everybody it's different. For me, what I enjoy most is being in control. I love the takeoff and landing phases. That's where you feel in control. You have this responsibility on yourself to perform well, to do everything as you should do. And I think those are the phases that I enjoy the most of flying. However, being in cruise is also nice, cruising along the sky, seeing the sun. It's always sunny up there. So yeah, there isn't a phase that I don't like. All of the phases are pretty nice. It's actually a really big bonus, I would say, in that sense that you have actual instructors that are actual pilots that fly in the airline you are about to fly. So it really kind of helps you to get an understanding how to put theory into practice, because they also come with very valuable examples from their own practice, how to do things better. And for us it's important because you know that one day you will have to use this knowledge that you gain from them, and it's going to be applicable in all situations during your career, because you're going to fly in the same company. So it's a big motivation also, because you see the pilots here throughout all the day. They are here, and you kind of see them. It's your end goal to be one of them, so it kind of keeps you grounded. So you see your goal every time you come to the training center, and that's where you want to be. So it helps in both ways. The loan program helped me very much, and it was one of the important factors that helped me to come to my decision to start study here, and basically to pursue my dream, because it is hard to start if you don't have a strong financial background. And for me, the loan improved payment structure really helped to get on my feet and basically get throughout the studies as well. If you're Latvian, you have some options. However, I never actually looked out for any other ads or any other pilot schools, because for me, I knew that I want to be here. So I closely followed all the news that came from Pilot Academy, and this was exactly also the case when the improved payment loan structure came out, and I was able to start my studies quite quickly already in the first group. Well, we were sort of guinea pigs, right, with this, as we were the first group with the loan. For me personally, the performance assessment, I understand where the anxiety may come from, because you don't know, and you depend quite a lot on it to go successfully. However, the performance assessment in itself basically is a meeting with the people who are from Air Baltic, who are from Pilot Academy, where basically you sit down and assess how was the first year of your studies, or the first 9 months during your theory studies, during your first flights, during your solo flights. How do you feel? Is that what you expected? Or maybe some guys can understand, well, that flying isn't, they really don't want to do it, and well, that's also not good for them. So basically it's a place at a time where you sit down, you see how have you progressed, what are your results throughout the theory examinations, how have you done on your first flights, are you open to learn more, and of course they look out for your character, how are your characteristics, and are you still open to learn the new things, as I mentioned. So I understand that it might look stressful, however, it is a normal part of the career that you have to go through to become a pilot. Yeah, as you mentioned, we basically, once you get the loan approval, you get a 50-50 schedule where the 50% of the month you're flying, 50% you're working. And for me, I started to work as a flight coordinator in Air Baltic, a position that I was once in before I started the academy. So basically, you get a very flexible schedule where you have half-time work and part-time work and basically part-time flying. This opportunity is, I would say, challenging, but at the same time, it's very rewarding because it provides you with some kind of at least financial stability as you can start work and you can already earn some money and you continue to fly in Liepaja or Ventspils, wherever you're supposed to be. So the schedule was planned and it was well executed. Of course, it is quite tense throughout this time. You don't have a lot of free time because you're booked throughout the whole month, but it helps you to get to your goal, the graduation, much more faster. Yes, so that's the goal I was always looking at, and it's finally so close. So I can say that basically everybody can achieve their dreams if you put your hard work into it and dedication. For me, my goal is very simple: to start to work as a first officer and continue flying here for the next years in Air Baltic, which I'm looking very much forward to. Well, of course, I believe everyone who starts their journey as a cadet pilot eventually wants to come to their goal, which is being a captain on any aircraft. So yes, of course, I very much look forward to the next years where I will be able to learn new things and maybe get more stable, get much more foundation, and became a really reliable and knowledgeable captain, I would say. Yeah, I have given it some thought, and I could see myself becoming an instructor in some of the fields that I feel very sure of. However, first of all, I want to gain some knowledgeable experience, some real practice out in the playground. So I would definitely consider it in the very near future. Well, first of all, I definitely want to start with our aircraft, our A220, which is very modern, super modern, and advanced aircraft. So I very much look forward to that. However, of course, if you look much further in the future, there are some planes I would really consider I wish I could fly. Maybe the A350, but that's what I could see myself flying in the next future. Well, of course, I hope that we will need pilots in the future, and it's the human human touch that is needed also in super advanced technologies and in any aircraft. So I very much hope that things are improving, they're advancing. The AI is also helping, also in aviation a lot. However, from my perspective, I think two pilots in the cockpit are still needed, and they can be relied upon. Yeah, well, if it's summer and you're finishing high school and you think that pilot may be a profession for you in the future, then I would definitely advise you to come to one of our open days and get to know much more about this profession, how your schedule is going to look like, and what it actually takes from you to start studying here. So keep an eye out for any public open day ads in our social media channels.